up the phone. I've been calling to avoid me for weeks.
Excited. See you guys later. Hello, my internet family. How are you? It's been a while, I know, and I haven't been vlogging for a bit. But that's because I've been very busy with work and other things. Haven't you, Becky?
Ooh, yes, I got a job now.
Becky has a job. I don't know if that was recorded last time or not, but Becky has a job now. So, I thought I'd show you around our house because it is the season to be jolly. And we've put up our Christmas tree today. Becky did most of it. I just helped with some of it, which is fine. Yes. So we've got the tinsel and our stockings, which are quite nice. I did the fairy lights and the balls by the fireplace. Becky got the kings and the little nativity set. Where did we get that from, Becky? Oh, we got it from Paper Chase. And there's Harry and Hermione. And here is the Christmas tree, which looks fantastic. Oh, look, the lights are shiny. And we also decided to put up Becky's bunting. Becky made this bunting in Durham, I think it was. Wasn't it, Bex?
It was in Durham last year.
It was in Durham last year. The table is not normally set and the house is not always this shiny and clean. It's because we have guests today. We're having... Oh, you've met Sam. You know Sam. You know Sam. You know Sam. You've met him on other vlogs. Sam and Linnea are coming around for food, which is nice. We're expecting them, which is really good. So... yeah, we're looking forward to it. Spock's looking at me like, why is he talking to himself? Why is he looking at the camera? Aren't you, Swaggy? You confused? You confused? Spock's a bit confused like that. And I have, if you've noticed, my Star Trek Starfleet shirt on, which I'm very proud of. How geeky are we? Becky has a blue one. If you haven't checked it out, it's on her Instagram page, I think. But yeah, so we're having a meal. Maybe I'll vlog when the friends arrive and stuff, so we'll see. Maybe not. Who knows? You know what it is.
Waiting hard. I wanna be the one. One day you're calling. One day you're calling.
That is fuck. It's gone. It's gone like that. I knew he was close. my curate friends lives on a farm and they have a massive rabbit problem, and so they said to me, well, you wanted to find somewhere to go shoot, why don't you come and shoot the rabbits and also any other kind of game you can find, basically. Mostly birds, partridge, pheasant, that sort of thing. So I've been out. It's a Saturday today, so last night we had a really lovely evening with some friends of ours, hence why I was showing you the house with Becky and stuff. But today it's another chill day and I thought I'd come out for some fresh air, and it's just nice to be out in the countryside. It's just nice. I just like it. It was really sunny. It's gone a bit more overcast now, but like I say, it is really just lovely to be walking around, enjoying creation and shooting up the place. I know some people don't necessarily always agree with, you know, shooting and stuff like that, but like for example the rabbit I showed you, that is definitely going to go into the cooking pot or into the oven, into Mrs. Sabander's kitchen, and I eat most of the rabbit that I shoot. I don't shoot that many that I'm, you know, just wasting them. I try and consume what I kill. That's my general rule of thumb. But I know that it's a contested issue because people sometimes, you know, what I find is that at the moment we're all concerned about the environment. We're all concerned about this beautiful planet that we live on. And some people are like, actually what we've been doing in terms of farming and agriculture is so intensive, it's messing up the environment, it's not good for us, and it's not sustainable. So they will go veggie or vegan. Whereas some people will go, yeah, can't be bothered. I am one of the people who goes, actually, as a Christian for my own, you know, for myself, as a vicar as well, I go, I value creation. I value this planet because God gave it to us and we're supposed to look after it. We're also supposed to look after one another. But in terms of just creation, we should manage it really as effectively as possible. And I think this is a series of conversations I want to have on this topic, because over the past couple of years I've reflected on something and my mind has changed a lot. So part one of this is about stuff like this, game shooting and eating what you kill. If you remember a few kind of years ago when everybody was kind of outraged about those kind of battery chickens and stuff, where they were just so intensive and they were just feeding these chickens so that all they did was fatten up. And I think the chicken industry has a lot to answer for, first and foremost, and that's a bad example. And also, fair enough, with beef, some people have the same argument about beef. But for me personally, I thought, actually, we're going to try and eat a lot less meat. And, well, no, actually, we're not going to try and not eat a lot less meat. We're going to try and eat a lot more healthier types of meat and try and eat a lot more different types of meat so that we're consuming as much of the animal that we're producing as possible. That is a conscious thing for me. That is my own decision. And I would never impose that on anyone else. But I do like having this dialogue with people to hear what people think, what people feel that they should do, to hear what people think is right and what people's wrong, as long as it's kind of, we're being honest and we're all trying to work at getting better. Now, for someone like myself who is involved in kind of field sports out in the countryside, shooting, clay shooting, and I want to do more of that, one of the things I realized that a lot of these organizations, such as BASC and, you know, CAP or whatever, and also the Countryside Alliance people and stuff, are one of the things they're always trying to say to us is eat a lot more British game. So a lot more pheasant, a lot more partridge, a lot more grouse. Because a lot of the birds that are shot in this country actually end up overseas. And they're saying one of the nice things about the countryside and how these birds are reared and kept, they're, you know, it's not like what the chicken industry is or used to be. And it's a lot more healthier meat, it's a lot more lean meat. Rabbit is a really good example of that. Rabbit is very, very lean. Sometimes, but it's full of flavor, it's rich, and it's a good meat. So again, you know, there's a lot of good stuff that the environment does offer that we're just letting go to waste. And if we wanted to cut down on stuff like beef, poultry, and beef, poultry, and pig and stuff like that, then we would. It's perhaps worth investigating what other sources of meat or food we can be eating. And I'm actually sold by this kind of I'm sold by the argument that we should be eating a lot more game meat, deer, venison, whatever, because I think it's healthy, it's good, and actually it is supporting a lot of the local economies, a lot of these small towns, a lot of the rural areas who do rely often, you know, off season on the shooting industry. And I have it on good source that the shooting industry is worth 2 billion to the British economy. So we're talking about large numbers. And I think somebody who was saying this, like another YouTuber, a guy I follow who's big into shooting and he's quite well known, he was actually arguing about the fact that this industry, why does it have to stay at 2 billion? Why not 3? Why not 4? But the key to that is making number one, the sport accessible to a lot more people, and a lot more to a lot more people, and B, encouraging the greater British public to value it and see it also as giving back to the environment, and also providing meat, good food that is healthy. We all want to eat healthy. We all want to look after the planet, and I feel that sometimes, just sometimes, not all the time, sometimes when we try, normal people like myself, when we try and have this conversation with not so much vegetarians but some vegans, they don't get that. They think that we're like hellbound, we want to destroy and screw up the planet. That's not true. We all do our little bit in the way that we can do. But what I am against is people being so judgmental and trying to impose their way of life or making us feel guilty. So like, I mean, come on, you know what I'm talking about when people post bloody animals and people, you know, like just gory sights of meat or animals being killed inappropriately and then going, oh, you're a murderer for eating meat and all this sort of thing. I don't think that's a really great way of opening up this conversation, and unless everybody's on board, we can't make a difference. This is one of the things I keep saying to a lot of people about some of the issues that we face in our society and life. You need to partner up, you need to have allies, and some of the allies you have to make a difference in this world are people you may not like to be allies with. So vegans and vegetarians might have to ally up with avid meat eaters, people who like barbecue, people who like spare ribs, but in a way that we both go, actually, how can we both be conscious of how we're eating and still making sure that we enjoy the ways we live and we do not judge one another for that? I thought it's worth a conversation. I thought it was worth a conversation because for me personally, I have a friend who's a vegan, who's a militant vegan, and I've experienced that kind of hostility to the point where this said person, I'm not gonna name and shame them online, but this person completely blocked me off Instagram. But we have a bit of a history as friends as well. So, but I was hurt by that because I wanted an open and an honest conversation. So I thought actually I would address this. So, for me and my Christian faith and the way I live, I grew up eating meat all the time, and I love meat. I love meat. I love barbecuing it, I love roasting it, I love boiling it. Whatever I can do with meat, I love it, and I want to do more of it. But I want to be a responsible and a conscious eater. So again, you know what I always say about these things. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm chatting bubbles? Do you think actually I have a point? Are you a vegan perhaps? And you'd love to have a conversation? I'd love to have a conversation with you. Are you vegetarian? Are you a meat eater? And also go, actually these people, we shouldn't give them the light of day. I wouldn't tolerate that, but you know, I would love to hear your comments. So as always, like I always say, you know my channel, fully charged and revved up. And like I said before, guys, I'm really sorry I've been away for a very long time. I have been busy, and at the moment it is the Advent season, so I'm only getting busier, but I'm gonna try and keep vlogging. We'll see. You know what it is?